Hello everyone and welcome to a backyard edition of Cinnamon Stitches. I'm your yarn host Jennifer. There's a lot of background going on, so we're just going to pretend that none of that's back there because I'm not cleaning the deck of toys and stuff just so that I can shoot this. So we are outside. We are on the lower patio. Previous videos have been shot up there in case you were curious. But I'm on the lower level of the lanai, the terrace, the whatever we're calling it today. Today is Monday, and Monday means we show off what we make. So we call it Monday Makes. I've only got 3 things, but I'm lucky I've made 3 things. Let's be honest. It's been a crazy week. Lots of running around, lots of errands, lots of things getting done. It was the last week of school, so like the schedules was off because of that, because the last 3 days of school is a half day, and so there was chaos involving that, and I had to go do my month-long, I say month-long, but it was my choice, my month-long grocery trip, because I forgot to grocery shop. Well, I kept putting it off. I didn't forget. I kept putting it off. I didn't want to go grocery shopping. I didn't want to go do anything. It's been hot outside. Like right now we're in the backyard because the sun is at the front of the house. It is very, very hot right now. It's very humid, it's very summery, and it's just going to continue to get hotter, which is why you may hear Mr. Cinnamon in the background trying to give himself a heart attack. He's working on pool things. He's trying to get the pool the pool is up and it's trying to fill, but he is a perfectionist. He's trying to get everything level and like perfect. And he's making himself and everyone else miserable because he's cranky. So if you hear him grunting and moaning in the background, that's what he's doing out there. It's been crazy. Also, my niece that is living with us for the summer till she goes back to college is looking for a summer job, and she's already got one lined up. It's a 2-week job, though. It's for she's going to be a lead teacher in a local camp thing, a summer camp thing, but it's a 2-week commitment. But it's pretty good pay. But she we believe she has ADHD like Little Man. I mean, not like Little Man. She's a different plane than him. I've always believed that she's had ADHD or something, but her mother has never wanted to get her diagnosed. So now as an adult, she wants to get diagnosed. But she can't sit still. She can't not do anything. She drives herself crazy, and she's driving her aunt crazy. And yeah, we also were keeping up with the trial, so that was keeping us busy. There was lots going on. The videos for the summertime, they may be sporadic. There may be randomly missing ones. The next 2 months is really, really busy. I can't tell you guys all the details, but there's a lot planned in my personal life, and so that may mean content on my Lilo N Stitches channel, which is just us traveling and like doing, you know, mostly Disney stuff. But there also may be other content over there as well if I have time and if I can do that, because that channel takes a lot of work of research and trying to get facts straight and having to work with Mr. Cinnamon. Someone started to come out the back door, and I gave direct instructions to stay inside. I don't need no extra people in the videos. Not today. Today's been chaotic. I'm filming this. Today's Sunday, right? Yeah. Film this on Sunday. He probably needs to take a break because he's not looking too hot. But he don't listen. So anyway, this morning we had to go drive an hour away to pick up some specific sand for the pool filtration system. I hear a ticking, and I'm trying to determine if it's coming from my camera or behind my camera. Oh man. So anyway, we had to run out there, and while we ran out there, we ran a bunch of other places. There's a thrift store called Savers up by where we had to go, and then I was like, well, let's pop into Joann's and see if they have that new yarn. They don't, but I did find a skein of yarn that I wanted to show you guys because I found it to be unique. So we're probably gonna have a Lion brand yarn at some point today. Not today, this week. Okay, I just turned off my camera. The ticking is not coming from the camera. It's coming from somewhere behind it. By the way, our air conditioning is also not working. Yeah, that's fun. So we got to have somebody come out Tuesday because it's Memorial Day holiday weekend, and they would charge an extra $200 just for coming out this weekend. So instead of that extra $200, I spent $68 on fans and put fans in the windows of the house, which is another reason we're not filming in the house, because it's hot and the fans are loud and I'm not turning the fans off. And I'm also not turning the oven on because it's hot. So we have an electric smoker up there. I don't know if you can see it in this video, but there's an electric smoker up there that is turned on, but the smoke is not, I didn't put wood in it, so it's just acting like an electrical heat box to cook enchiladas so that I'm not heating up the house. Anyway, we ran a bunch of places. Today. I'm tired. It's the end of the day. And while we were doing that, I was trying to finish off one of these projects so that I could have it done by the time I film this video so that I could show you guys. But I'm also going to show that to you later in the week because, oh, it is so hot that touching yarn is making me hot. And that's wool. So I have a Hobbii video that is sponsored that's going to be coming up this week, and that's why you're going to see some of this stuff twice, but I'm just going to skim over it today and I'm going to give you a more detailed Hobbii sponsored review of the yarn and the projects that I made. And I've talked to you guys about that in the past, is that Hobbii sponsored this video and they wanted me to actually make something with the yarn, so I did that. My obligation is fulfilled. We just got to film the video for it. So with that, this is not Hobbii related at all. When I was doing the deep clean in the office and I did all those mystery boxes, there was a pack of yarn that was sitting on my bookshelf that I planned on making a shawl out of. It was black and white. It is Universal Yarns. What is it called? I will pop it up if I can remember what it's called. It's something deluxe, something sequins light. You know what? It's on my Instagram. I'll look it up, so I ain't gotta pop nothing up. Go to my Instagram. I'm so glad that the pool is up though, because as soon as that sucker is filled up, I'm jumping in it. Actually, I'm probably gonna jump in way before then. Universal Yarns Classic Shades Sequins Light. I don't remember what color this is, but I'm confident this has long been discontinued because I got this yarn when AC Moore was around. AC Moore had these multi-packs that they would sell for like normally $10, and it was usually 5 skeins of yarn. Sometimes it was more than that. Sometimes it was 10 balls of yarn. And they would go on sale for $5, and I would buy a bunch of them. And they would have like really nice name brand yarns with the label still on them. And they would sell the whole pack for like $5. And that's where I got this yarn. Well, I only had 3 of these left because I think I gave half of the pack away. I think I did. And Mr. Cinnamon goes, how long have you had this yarn? And I said, I've had it a long time, since AC Moore was around. And he's like, well, it's time to get rid of it. I was like, no. I had a plan to make a shawl with that yarn because it's black and white, and I wanted to do a neutral sparkly shawl with this yarn for like when we're at Disney World and we go to like this fancy restaurant called California Grill. So when we go there, I like to like wear a nice little dress. I would like to have a nice neutral shawl to go with whatever dress I choose. So I don't like this shawl at all. I don't like it. It's itchy. It's itchy. Not only is the wool in it itchy, but the sequins are itchy. I mean, it's pretty, but I'm not going to wear it because it's going to irritate my skin. But I'm glad that I made it. And this is not a pattern. It will not be a pattern. This was once again me playing with yarn. I asked Juju, I said, okay, Juju, what kind of shawl should this be? And she was like, why don't you do a half circle shawl? And I was like, okay. Then my brain got thinking, okay, let's get fancy with the half circle shawl. So I went all out fancy. Let's see if I can back up and show you the whole thing. Probably not. So that's my shawl. I will show it really quickly on me because, like I said, it is really hot outside and it's really itchy and it's beautiful, but you know, let's see if we can pan you down a little bit. That is what it looks like. Perfectly big enough. Fits me well enough. It's itchy and it's just too hot. It's just too hot. So I made that this week. That's the first thing I made. And then, like I said, Hobie sent me some of this yarn. Glitter Delight. Creative Grandma bought some of this. Or no, she didn't buy it. Creative Grandma also is part of the campaign for this yarn. So she got one of each color, I believe, and worked up swatches in crochet. So it's pretty. If you want to check and see what the swatches she made, you can. I'm going to show this in much more detail in the Hobie video, so I'm not going to really tell you anything except that's what I used for the next 2 projects. Except I used a different colorway, but again, I will tell you all that in the Hobie video. They asked if I would knit something up, and this yarn is a bulky number 5, and I just thought bulky number 5, it's really hot out, like it's probably not a good idea right now. But according to Hobie Bingo, like it's cold in Denmark, so I don't think they understand just how hot it is where I live to send a number 5 yarn. So this is based kind of off of a pattern that I found on Premier Yarn's website. I think it's called Parallelograms Cowl or something like that. And the idea was you knit, and I did not follow the pattern at all. I looked at the pattern, I was like, yeah, that looks just way too complicated. I'm going to do something totally different, but totally the same. So it looks like a regular cowl, but it has a split here. And the reason for the split is so that it kind of hangs off your shoulder a little bit. It is a totally different kind of fashion piece, fashion statement cowl, and it's very, I used a way bigger set of knitting needles than this yarn recommended so that it was looser and drapier, and I tried that with the crochet version of this, and it's just too hot, it's too heavy. So knitting was the way to go. However, I'm going to say this, I did not enjoy knitting this yarn at all. It was very splitty with the knitting needles, and it was not splitty with the crochet hook. However, with the crochet hook, it's a lot heavier, denser. So we're just saying that. And also, this yarn is, it's like a roving. I said in the video that you guys will see later in the week that it was like boucle style, but it's roving underneath, wrapped with a piece of glitter. And when that glitter strand breaks, which it did, the roving kind of just falls apart. This is another problem I had with this yarn. Not the greatest fan of it. It's beautiful. It's soft. I don't personally think I would buy that again. But in my Hobie video, like, I have to give you guys a review without saying those things. So that's what I'm telling you on Monday Makes is, like, not my favorite yarn. But I am going to give it a positive review because it's a sponsored video and that's what Hobie wants. So, however, this this cowl pattern has like a checkerboard effect to it, and very, very loose stitching, which I think a lot of the design got lost in the knitting. But the color is pretty. So after that, I decided to use the rest of the same colorway because I got 4 balls. So that one was like a 1.5 balls, and this is like 2.5 balls. And so I did the same thing, or the same idea, except crochet. This thing is way heavier. It's way heavier. It doesn't quite lay as nice because it's a much denser fabric, but it still kind of gives you the same effect. And also, if you don't want the split on the side, if you put the split on the back and you tuck this into your coat in the winter time when it's cold outside, not right now, you'll have much more coverage here to keep you warm. But the split towards the back, so pretend this is the back of my neck, you don't have a whole bunch of bulk at your neck like gathering underneath your coat. You just have this little piece right here. So that's another way you can do it, but like the way I saw it on their website was like this, which I think is totally cute and totally a fashion statement in itself. So I tried to replicate what I did with that by doing squares, and again the squares kind of got lost. So when I got to the cowl in the round part, because that one I made top down, so I made cowl down and then worked in the split, whereas this one I worked bottom up. So when I got to the cowl, actual cowl part, because the fabric was so dense, I decided to just do double crochets and we called it a day. So that's what I've been working on this week. Nothing super spectacular, but I mean, I'm surprised I was able to get through all that. It really was. Also this week coming up for PEOW, I'm going to give you a little bit of a heads up. I got the new Dottie yarn in from Premier Yarns and I am so excited about this. We're going to feature this for PEOW this week. This is a new yarn from Premier. It's really, really cute. I've had some people question, I've had quite a few people question me about it already. And it kind of like has what do they say? Color shifting dot print is what they're saying. So the dots color shift to cause like striping in the dots. Super cool. I got a bunch of colors of this, but like in that pretty little rainbow speckles. So we're gonna work on that for PEOW. And I don't think I have anything else set in stone yet for next week. I do have one yarn from Joann's I want to show you, the PEOW video, the Hobie video, and then I'm not sure what else we're going to do. Tuesday tea, obviously. I do have Happy Meal I need to go pick up on Tuesday, so that probably won't be until next week that I show that. I think I showed everything else that I've gotten recently. I'm pretty sure I have. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this quick little Monday Makes video on this hot afternoon when we're sitting in the backyard amongst my freshly sprouted roses and lilies. I have a little tiny yellow rose bush back there that's not doing too well, but there's like one beautiful yellow rose on it, so it is what it is. So yeah, in between filming and swimming in the pool with the kids and trying to keep everyone entertained and all of that good stuff, I will be filming videos intermittently, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up my schedule of filming Monday, editing and uploading on Tuesday, but I'm going to try to make sure I keep up with the shooting schedule as much as I can. Like I said, there's a couple of big things coming up. We're going to have a visitor at the house soon, and then we're going to be going out of town a couple times. You guys know we're going to Disney, but we're also, me and Mr. Cinnamon are spending the weekend in North Carolina coming up because we're going to a Garth Brooks concert. And it's going to be the first time that we've spent the night away from little man since he's been born. He's 7. Because we figured there's 2 girls in the house. One of them is an adult. They should be able to figure out how to care for him properly for an overnight or over weekend stay. So pray for all of us that that goes well, because I really think that we could use the time away and just, you know, be adults and not have to yell at nobody or stop them from running into traffic and all that good stuff. So alright guys, that is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this Monday Makes video. Let me know in the comments what you guys are working on. Maybe you can give me some inspiration for what I want to make next week. And I'm trying to think of what I want to make with this because it's so cute. It kind of reminds me of the bloom, the way that it feels and the size of the ball. So I'm like excited about this. And I also really like polka dot yarn. But I've never worked with polka dot striping yarn, so that's going to be interesting. So definitely stay tuned on Thursday for that. And I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.